Hey guys, we're back with the letter. When we last left off, we just got in an elevator. We tricked the security guard. And we were like, "Hey, I work here." And he's like, "Okay." So now we're breaking into a realty company. Gonna steal all their money from the safe because the guard gave us the key. Because you know, he's stupid. What's an extras? Oh yeah, achievements. There's a lot of achievements. There should be a percentage. What's this one? Thank the one person who's always been beside you. Oh, that's Rebecca ending. The one we got. We haven't gotten any for Ashton yet. I mean, we're what, 4 episodes into Ashton's yet? Huh? Why aren't we? Right, it always goes back one line. I don't know why it does that. Anyway, it's quite right up to the 7th floor, where the BRC Luxembourg main office is. Seb, according to his access card, is that even a name? Or maybe it's short for like Sebastian. Wait. What's guardman's name? Oh, butler man's name? They're the same. Well, wait. He's faking the accent! He's the culprit! Oh, wait. Hey. Has been kind enough to switch the elevator's power on. Just about ahead for the fire exit. Did they turn the elevators off? I mean, I guess that makes sense. Which is a welcome relief. I'm an active guy. But stairs? I don't want to tire out too quickly, in case things get ugly. There probably won't be, you know, I'm kind of scared of elevators. Like, I've been going to college lately, and my classes, well, I have one in the basement, but my other 2 classes, I have 3 classes right now, are on the 5th floor. I used to just walk up, but if I walk up, I'm like, this is exhausting. After walking up like 1 flight of stairs, the time's up by 5. Like, I want to kill myself. And so I've, like, past month or so, I've started taking the elevator just because I can't be bothered now. And every time I'm like, okay, this is how I die. Just, you know, there's better ways to go, but there's also worse ways. Unfortunately, I haven't died yet. Fortunately, I haven't died yet. So, I mean, you know, take that as you will. I swear, the whole place definitely feels eerie at this time of night. Until I've confirmed anything, those are still just stories. Worst things can hit. Please don't stop the elevator. I don't need other things to think about when I'm riding the elevator. Worst things could happen. No need to scare myself. Staying calm means fewer mistakes.
Oh, I sure am fucking gutsy, especially with what I'm doing.
Breaking a lot of laws here. Worst thing that can come out of this is that Elizabeth was right all along. Worst case scenario? Find evidence that would implicate BRC or Luke Wright in a crime. And my meddling, if I'm not careful enough, makes it inadmissible in court. Though I'll be honest, I strongly prefer losing my job or facing Wright or some spirit or ghost or whatever it is. You can always work around the problems with the foreigner. Running off a phantom? Well, I mean, you're the Phantom Thieves right now. Well, Phantom Thief, I guess. How does someone even do that? Do guards even work with them?
Yeah, not going to happen.
But then we'll just have ghost bullets. And if I'm here to fix things. If I do it without leaving a trail, all the better. Good things they'll come. That's what I'm good at. Oh, knowledge. Achievement. Half-baked knowledge. The immediate area beyond the elevator door sees the agent station. So is this an optional? Oh, I imagine if Isabella's still alive, maybe she goes with you. Which would make sense. Stop escaping. What do you want? Hey. The immediate area beyond the elevator door sees the agent station. Oh, he started playing Final Fantasy. Okay, Oh, you're reading the letter. Okay. LMK. Let me know when you're done. Okay. The immediate area beyond the elevator door sees the agent stations. There's a lot more to the floor, of course, but first order... Okay, hold on. Let me say okay. Okay. There's a lot more to the floor, of course, but first order of business as soon as I'm in. Locate the records room, then the security. Passing the sea of cubicles, I can't help but take in everything in their office. First of habit, for the most part. As far as I know, BRC Luxembourg used to own this whole building. Offices in several floors, once upon a time, when real estate is still a lucrative business for the company in this side of the country. Then competition showed up, and suddenly, everything's not so good anymore. And they got worse as the years went by, so according to the rumors. Now, the branch is just this floor, despite what the huge sign in the building's facade? How do you say that word? It's not even... Google!
Facade.
Facade, right. The face of a building, especially the principal front that looks onto the street of open... Oh, I didn't know that was the definition of it. Okay. Alright, I guess that kind of ties into his other definition. An outward appearance that is maintained to conceal a less pleasant or creditable reality. That's what, you know, I think of what it is. I didn't know what it meant. Face of a building. Huh, okay. Despite what the huge sign in the building's facade says. And frankly, it's not too hard to believe when one looks at the state of this room right now. A number of desks have been cleaned out. Personal mementos are scarce as if the employees have gone on an exodus. That'll be the downside. No, that's not that's Exodia. Ah, my bad. Probably. Searching for what I need would be a whole lot easier if Isabella were here. Maybe she could even tell me more about the sudden layoffs. She had always been...
Focus, Frey. There's no point in whining or dwelling any longer on it. That's why I'm here in the first place.
Without her, I'll just have to do this the old-fashioned way. I'm a detective, aren't I?
Besides, the longer I take here, the riskier the situation becomes.
Brushing it all off, I immediately get to work. A firewall of the main workplace. Plaques, right. Label most of the doors for easy identification. I'm smart. I can pronounce stuff. Don't... The staff lounge in the branch manager office are places I'm familiar with. They're easily the most accessible of the private rooms. To the right of the manager's office is the meeting room and human resources for like horror sound effect. To its far left, the records, followed by security further back. Easy as pie. What will be tricky is getting inside both rooms. The security room first. The fact that no one has walked out when I entered means the room is either empty or the guards sound asleep, making more in the former. If they're cutting corners and firing agents, I have no doubt that they fired the guy who's stationed here. They have anyone watching the monitors in the first place. It's a rather common thing for establishments. Just leave security recording indefinitely, only check the footage if something actually happens. Just to check, I press my ears against the door, listening for a sign of anyone occupying the room. After a long minute of nothing, I move back towards the records door and give the knob a few rattles. Time to get to work.
Standard lock and key. Should be easy enough to pick.
We have lockpick sets, but those are the only to be used if necessary, and with a search warrant. Even that is a skill set really needed. Subtlety isn't on a cop's priority if they have authority to search the premises. Bolt cutters and brute force are the favored methods. If those fail, call a locksmith. Me? For the good old hairpin trick when those options aren't available. Besides, they're easy to hide and store for emergencies. Running my hand through my hair, I pull a pair of bobby pins. 2 of these and I can just about open any standard lock. One makes a lever and the other makes a handle. Won't call it a complex skill, but it certainly takes time and a lot of practice to successfully pick a lock. We got Phantom Thief over here. He really is. Good thing I've practiced with them for a bit of my college years. Learn more when they're accessible and standard issue for a law enforcement officer. A wiggle here, a click there, and I managed to seize all the pins in the locking mechanism soon enough. With a slight turn in the knob, the records rooms ripe for their picking.
Easier said than done. Now, where should I start looking?
The property files are probably my best bet, as well as the people who worked on it, including Isabella and Rose Cooper. The sign-in forms from the open house can also help me track the clients. But it's a little too far-fetched to think those people have been affected. It would have been news now. Isabella has already found the letter by the time the open house has started. Besides, out of all the visitors, it's only with the right couple, who Isabella and Cooper had notable interaction with, when that led to the sale of the mansion. So for the next half of the hour, I work in complete silence, thinking that every file's compiled in the Ermengarde Mansion folder. Okay, so first half of the hour, that's in the next, I mean, you could just say half hour. I mean, I guess it's not wrong, just feels weird. And digging into every file's compiled in the Ermengarde folder. Why does that feel wrong? I work in complete silence, digging into every... I think that should just be every file compiled in... Like, It sounds like a double plural, but we said they're plural. I guess that's correct, but... Well, no, I mean... You're digging into every file, not digging into the files, if you want to do that plural. Great, okay. The client files, I'll leave alone like the sign forms, but I'll narrow this down as soon as possible. As early as possible. Our best bet are still the people who have worked closely with Cooper, Isabella, and the BRC itself. After all, that's where the connection is. Not an easy task considering how thick the whole thing is. Just the correspondence and contracts for the restoration alone makes up a stack of papers that's an inch thick. Third-party services providers hired by the mansionary, radiators, woodworking, plasterwork, slate roofing, and a whole bunch of other things are well documented. Heck, every single contractor who worked on the project were listed individually, even if they were just there to do the plumbing. It's a high-profile and high-cost estate, alright. With that scope comes the loopholes. There's plenty of room to hide something in, if there's something fishy going on. All I have to do is find a pattern. Give me a pattern finding minigame, and it doesn't take long. On closer glance, despite the original owners shouldering their renovation costs, it'll be surprising if they managed to break even on the Ermion mansion. Well, with the additional expenses for the open house, the commission for their agents, and the other overhead fees. One point, the negotiations to get it listed under the BRC's name almost broke down too. Some disagreement about the listing price. So, yeah, that's kind of fishy. You know, this basically bankrupt company buys this house that's probably impossible to sell, and just so happens the rights come along to buy it. The owners wanted to get rid of it as quickly as possible, while keeping the worth at a profitable level. The RC was insisting on a higher amount, double what the appraiser suggested. This, plus the rumor that their branch is closing? The RC Luxborn really is in their end. The sale of the mansion could have easily been a desperate move to keep the branch afloat.
No wonder the final sale happened as fast as it did. Sheesh, this place is just unlucky. Going bankrupt while the rest of this crap is happening?
But this isn't what I'm looking for. What I need is the who, the people aside from Isabella and Cooper involved in this business with the mansion, and the how they are now. Can't do much with the outside contractors, they won't be on file. The employee list, on the other hand. Because if Isabella was to be believed, what she's seen and what happened to Yo's Cooper is because of that letter. I need to know everyone was possibly read it aside from the three of us. They've been noticing strange things too. For all I know, this may have just been a terrible coincidence. Although, the thought... Oh, is he gonna find, like, Mary Ann's name or something? And then, he's like, okay, I'm gonna call her. Then she doesn't answer, and he's like, oh. Then, I'm pretty sure we got her she survives ending. I mean, she is still alive. We maxed out our relation with Isabella? How'd we do that? Anyway. Although the thought of that starts to diminish as they dig into BRC's company files. Turns out there are two more employees who handle the mansion directly, aside from Cooper and Isabella. Christian Tsai, the realty specialist, and Mark Julius Jean-Marie, the state appraiser.
This C guy, he was in custody just the other day.
Folks at the precinct said they went to his house after a noise complaint. They found him acting all crazy, and had to take him in when he started getting violent. He kept screaming about a woman. I was driving the guards mad, but it didn't last too long. A few hours in, he just started bashing his own head against the wall. Well, it was messy to say the least. The guy's in the hospital right now. I heard they're looking into putting him into psychiatric ward as soon as he recovers. Within the company, he's been marked AWOL. How do you say that? Jean-Marie? On the other hand. His employee file notes his date of leaving and even when his final payment had been given. Along with it, there's a letter to his family about the appraiser being found dead in the office. Communication is hush-hush. There's mention of compensation if they don't talk about it to the media. Inspector Abigail has been often scolded at me for not reading the reports on a regular basis, but I try to keep up to date as much as I can. When I do, I make sure I'm aware of the gist of what's going on in my city. This will never reach the police's ears, or the health and safety executive.
Business going under and someone dies while working here? Of course they want to keep that quiet. It's bad publicity. This whole thing is just getting freakier by the minute.
I continue flipping through the documents for a while more. It's a quarter of an hour later when I put down the papers with a sigh, begin placing the folders where they belong. Except from those two, I found nothing else of the note. I feel like I'm just missing a lot of things here. That's gonna leave it off. But then you saw a ghost. ... To search for answers, Ashton broke into the Raya Realty Corporation Luxembourg office that night. Although the files he found revealed a real deal with the major sale, somehow the whole stuff felt lacking. But it's about time I leave. Taking too long. Making short work of creating duplicates out of everything I've deemed important. The pages with the names, addresses, and contact numbers will do. I'll start with the ones who live within the city. Once they finish, I tuck the duplicates under my arm and bring the originals back to their proper place. With that done, I lock the door behind me, tugging it twice just to make sure. I have my work cut out for me. It's not like I can ask for backup from the force. Now on to the next order of business. Removing the evidence of my little excursion in here. Get out my face plastered on security footage, showing me breaking the law as it were. And I have to wipe the data from Seb's access card entries too, so it won't incriminate the poor guy. Same with the records room. The security is also using a standard locking key. Good thing, my trusty bobbies are always here for me. Not much difficulty. Find myself facing the security monitors. The room's odor hits me first, a sharp, nauseating stench, as if someone has accidentally spilled a gallon of bleach in the room. When was the last time they opened this place?
Ugh, this place smells awful. Jesus, it's worse than the forensics lab on a bad day.
This is purely because of a badly botched effort to clean the place up, even in the dark, despite dark stains on the walls. I really don't have the time to try and play is this ketchup or soda right now, but I have this strange gut feeling that this mess might belong to. As expected, no security personnel use the office's CCTV controls. The standalone DVR setup is open for anyone. Normally, I'd have a heap of things to say about this sloppy security setup, but right now, their negligence makes the whole task of erasing evidence easier.
No fuss, no muss.
The next one should be the access card data. Hopefully, getting into their computer won't be too much of a hassle. Everything up to now has been smooth sailing. There have been hiccups, I'll give it that, though it does nothing to dampen the good mood in them. Once I shift my attention to the machine sitting next to the DVR setup, all of it swiftly evaporates. I'm no computer buff, but I can definitely recognize one more than a decade old. Simply looking at it makes me feel younger. I have no other choice, however. Let's just pull the mean guy card and leave Seb to whatever trouble we might get into. I don't have the heart for such a thing. After all, the help of the old man has unknowingly lent me tonight. With a heavy sigh, I powered up and mentally prepared myself for a slow slug. Slow, apparently, remains an understatement here. It takes a whole 3 minutes for the thing to start up. The OS hasn't even started loading. Then my boredom started inspecting the live feeds from the cams. Only two works. One for the view outside. Everything seems to be in order there. Another for the main workspace where it's a fleeting glimpse. A cursory glance, but the sight of it stops me. The image is a bit blurry, but standing there, right in the middle of the room, by one of the cubicles, you can make out the form of a...
What the hell is...
I don't get too far into that line of line. A few seconds after my words have slipped out, without any sort of warning, while I'm still trying to make sense of what it is. A moment of paralysis hits me when she stops right in front of the camera. Like a dang rookie, goes still in the face of danger. Oh, it's this one. Oh! I see her! Hey! I thought it was this one. Well, no, that's the outside. That's right. That's there. Was there... Could you actually see her? I wasn't looking at that one, so... This is one. This is it, man. Uh-oh. Oh, freak. Their eyes bore into me. The malice in them piercing. Giving me on the screen. It's enough to make me go numb. What if, like, he didn't happen to be looking at the cameras at that moment? Like, she was like, okay, this is gonna be perfect. I'm gonna spook him so hard. I'll leave the mud crashing on the floor when my hand accidentally takes a swipe at it. Snaps me out of the trance. That second thought, I back away from the controls, from the room, ready to be done with this place. But before my foot even moves, she disappears.
Son of a...
Oh. That's like the ring, right? Like, she comes up the monitor. Instinct instantly takes over, and my hand quickly reaches for the gun at my side, only to meet empty air. A stick that costs me a few precious seconds, while the paperwork I brought with me threatens to scatter everywhere at the same time. Gathering everything in myself at once, with no weapon to protect myself, my sense of self-preservation kicks in next when I lunge towards the door. I sprint across the office without daring to look back. As soon as I make it out of the office, I quickly throw myself into the open elevator. Use the stairs! Slam the button for the ground floor. A sigh of relief escapes me when the elevator starts its descent. Come on! Don't do... Ashton! The clicking noise fades off into the distance. Shifting the stack of papers into my arm, I lean back and wait, and attempt to compose myself. Breathe. In. Out. Oh yeah, we made it! In a matter of seconds, the elevator stops and the doors open too. There's a moment's pause when I take in my surroundings. Whoops, I went to the basement. Or, like, the... whatever. Confusion's understandably there, along with frustration.
Are you kidding me? They should just replace this whole thing.
Quite sure I pressed the ground floor, though. But it's an old building. The elevator always did have problems when I visited in the past. Even Isabella becomes so angry whenever we try to get to her floor, she'll have to repeatedly smash the button for the elevator to even move. It was always good for a laugh. I wasn't too worried then. Now, from the distance, beyond the light's reach, the noise echoes in my ears along with the rapid pounding in my chest.
Anyone there? I can hear you moving from here.
I'm not scared. Ghosts aren't real.
Show yourself.
No response, only the soft sound of something scurrying around the floor and the walls in slow, deliberate movements. Faint, but still audible enough in this hush. Until it stops. A moment. And then... oh. This time, I'm certain it isn't my imagination. Gets my training, my whole body stiffens. Hands stilling mid-press on the button, eyes growing wide while waiting for any sort of movements from further back. Ears strained for the source of the sound. Much as I hate to admit it, dread has seeped into my every nerve in my body. The last elevator still won't work!
This isn't in my fucking training manual!
Oh, that's a new sprite. Oh! Hey, I think I see something moving. Do you guys see that? I'm sorry! Another series of shuffling against the ground. I laughed her. All of a sudden, she's just there. Like a twisted spider. That's what I thought of! She stares at me, a look of hunger in her eyes, and venom in the twisted manner she smiles. A glee she is well earned. And I'm a dang fly that's been dropped right on the spider's web.
Damn it! Damn it!
Without warning, she moves. I mean, yeah, she's been moving. Any minute now, she'll get to us. Actually, she's just like right in front of us. She's just that small. Mocking me with each unheard crawl she takes, knowing I'm at her mercy.
Fucking hell! Work, you stupid!
My life is in the hands of a crummy elevator, literally hanging between life and death. Not gonna die here! Not in a dang elevator! As if a divine power has heard me... oh, okay. So the quick time event is press the buttons. Throwing up a storm in my head, the doors close just as that thing looms near. So in the elevator, the blasted thing is headed up. And this? This is the most I've been tired in my whole dang life. Not during training, when my superior first asked me to drop 100. Not after a stakeout. After smashing a freaking elevator button repeatedly, slumped to the ground, worn out. But I don't let myself feel relief again. Not until I'm out of here. Does that make you the part of the fact that the quick time event is pressing the elevator? Still, I find myself letting out a shaky laugh.
Fuck, I should have taken the goddamn stairs.
Twice I've seen it. Yes, if I include the party. Listen, ooh, does that count? Does that count? Ooh, that's a tough one. This is why we have the manual. My book's over there. I'm not gonna do that joke. That's I'm hallucinating without realizing it. There we go. There's no doubt in my mind that this is actually happening. I don't want to believe it. With the truth staring at me in the face, it'll be stupidity to deny the reality of the matter. As soon as the left hits the ground floor, I hightail out of the building. Steps down to sleep when I pass by the station. Good security. And gotta keep going. Having found what he needed from the office, I should meet a quick exit, making sure not to leave any evidence of his break-in. On his way out, however, the elevator malfunctioned and dropped him in the building's basement parking instead, where a familiar face welcomed him. What familiar face? We only saw a spider. However, in the face of what I've seen, everything I've faced tonight, I really can't care less who will still see me on my way out. The sooner I get away from this place, the farther, the better. I'm not sure if that also means being safe. She almost got me, dang it. Freaking thing almost had me. Stuff! It was only by luck that I managed to get the freaking elevator unstuck. If the blessed thing not worked in the last second. I needed some air. Fresh, breathable air that doesn't stink like death and gore all at once. Panicking. Christ. Losing focus! Can't afford that right now. I can't lose it. When Zach and Rebecca might be in trouble as well.
Remember your training, Frey.
Another deep breath, and soon, starting the engine is driving off. After that little incident, somewhere open would be good. Someplace I won't get trapped. Do I call it here? I mean, it's early, but I mean, it's a fine stopping place. So long. So long! I mean, Rebecca's out towards like the end, you know, it got really fast. Although, I do expect Ashton's to just be longer than hers. Because Ashton's like main character. Well, he's kind of been hyped up to be a main character, but you know, there's not a main character. But if there was, it'd be Ashton or Luke. I don't know if Luke is protagonist or antagonist yet, but he's gonna been hyped up as the antagonist, but I don't think he will be. Anyways, guys, I'll just call it there. Bit early, but you know, it happens. See you guys next time. Bye.